Hi, my name is Catherine Fleming. I am currently a junior at Marist College. I am studying communications with a concentration in PR, and today I'll be talking to you about the Colin Kaepernick scandal and how it relates to Chapter 3, Media Relations. So to give a little background on who Colin Kaepernick was, he was the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. So the San Francisco 49ers aren't only a team that's so popular in America, but they were actually also in the Super Bowl this past February. But the quarterback is also a main figure of a football team. They're looked up towards everyone, the players in the field, the fans. They're the most respected, I feel, and the most known. So, to tell you about what had happened in 2016, Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem at one of the NFL games. His reasoning for this was to raise awareness of racism, social injustice, and police brutality against black people of color. The following game, his teammates stood behind him, and they all took the bench during the national anthem during the game against the Green Bay Packers. So, because of this, it caused uproar against everyone nationwide, within the NFL, within the team, and with the coaches. So, Trump later stated, the players disrespected the American flag and the military. Colin then later came out and said, I'm not looking for approval. I have to stand up for people that are oppressed. If they take my football away, my endorsements from me, I know that I stood up for what was right. So in 2018, it was Nike's 30th anniversary, and Nike is the center of the sports world. Not even sports, even leisure. They make head-to-toe items. They are a worldwide company. Everybody kind of just buys Nike because of their reputation, their brand, how great their products are. So in 2018, they came out with an ad that's saying, believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything, with Colin Kaepernick's face behind it. This led to fans burning Nike's merchandise, and it also led to fans believing that he shouldn't be hired back in the NFL. Nike did not care about this backlash, and they continued to make 32 jerseys for the NFL teams, even though Colin Kaepernick was no longer on the roster. Nike's campaign was one of the boldest moves, some say, but some also say it was the smartest decision they made in sports marketing history. Nike's mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, and they believe that Colin Kaepernick exemplified this. Two of their biggest words are also big risks and big leaps, and they also felt that the risk that Colin Kaepernick did was something for all athletes to look up to today. Not even athletes, people all around the country not having the courage to stand up for what they really truly believed in. But those who are disgusted by this action and by the kneeling and disrespecting of our country are much stronger than those who stand by freedom of speech. So their words are going to be much stronger than people who just related to what he said. So the people who felt that this was disrespectful are acting out way more than people who stand behind freedom of speech. But when it comes to PR scandals and communication plans and a brand that's involved, consumers usually forget about the negative things that brand did within usually 6 months. So although, yes, Nike's sales could have tanked and decreased so much after this, they are a smart company where they knew that they can totally bounce back. And the statement that they came out, believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything, with the Just Do It symbol underneath, is such a powerful thing. So people in a way kind of looked up to that. So media relations is what I related this scandal to, and this is chapter 3. So the textbook states that media relation consists of all the ways an organization interacts with news media. In this case, the news media tactics were ESPN, all the different interviews Colin Kaepernick went through, and the New York Times. So there are different kinds of media relations, but I said that I saw that there was both positive and negative types of media relations for this scandal. The positive ones were he stood up for what he believed in. He showed society that what's going on is not okay and something needs to happen in order for it to end. And the negative was that he got fired from the NFL. He disrespected our country and the people that fight for America by kneeling. He also drew negative attention towards the NFL in 2016. Nick Wagner of ESPN also stated that Kaepernick has received death threats since the beginning of this protest. So the positive media relations is that sometimes it only takes one person to show the country what is going on and this is what needs to happen and things need to change, and usually it only takes one person to make a difference, and that's great in some ways, but I think the way he went about it is where people got offended. I think that he could have done it in a way for people to look up to him and respect him for his words and respect his thoughts and the way he felt about this. But I think that we are proud to be Americans. We stand by our flag. We've been fighting for our country for so long now. People are still fighting for our country and for our rights and for everything going on. And I think the national anthem is one thing that unifies us no matter what is going on in the world. So I think by him kneeling is one way of just showing him that he doesn't care for our country. So with that, I think that's where the negative came in, and I think that since the media is so, it just is so surrounded in our lifestyles, where we live in a world that the media is literally everything to people. People go on the media to find jobs, to find work, to connect with other people, to stay in touch with family and friends all over the world. We see pictures from all over the world from other people, and when things are put out in the media that are so controversial, people comment and make comments that are so negative that can hurt a brand or a team so much financially. The way they interact with each other, their everything that a company or brand stands for. It's also negative towards the coaches because the coaches also kind of stood behind them, but Trump felt that this wasn't the case, so they also received negative backlash. Everyone in this scandal all received negative backlash from the whole country, saying that they were disrespecting us and this wasn't the way to go about it. No one expected this to happen. You turned on the TV, you went to the football game and you see someone kneeling, and no one was expecting it. I don't even think the players were really expecting it. So by that, it was shocking to everyone around the world because of this team and this man were so respected. So I think that there's ways that this could have been done and ways that he could have went about this to make him look like this respectful man. But since the media is so involved today and people are so strongly opinionated, that this was something that caused uproar and controversy throughout America, throughout the team, and within the NFL. The NFL also received negative backlash by people not going to the games, people not funding 49ers tickets because they felt that they were standing up for something that was disrespectful towards our country.